Good morning, good morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. I'm here with the Astro and the Oracle program on this beautiful Wednesday. It's going to be a quick one. Today, the Sun in Capricorn is opposite Mars retrograde in Cancer. So, this whole month, this energy is so janky. It's a lot. Hey, Lara, so good to see you. I hope you're not at any risk with these fires in LA. This is just horrible what we're seeing. I'm going to get philosophical in a minute, but it just feels like what we're watching with the North Node in Pisces, like zooming back. Oh my goodness. Welcome everyone. Hey, Martina from France. I'm so glad you were able to connect live. Hey, Lisa and everyone. Okay, I'm glad you're okay. Oh, Julie, you couldn't sleep. Am I going to see you later today? Yeah. Yes. Good morning. Okay, let me get going because, no, it's not you, Julie. I have a Julia. I have a Julie who's on I'm a client today. Okay. Hey, Ridiculisa. So good to see you. Okay. We're going to be using the Venice Witch Oracle today. This is a rock pool deck from Lily Nguyen, and I love this deck. Her Instagram is This Is Venice. It's so wonderful. And the moon is in Leo today. So this is boss energy today because the sun is in Capricorn and Capricorn's the leader and the executive. And the moon's in Leo, and Leo energy is dynamic and it pushes its energy out. It is the Barnum and Bailey kind of energy, the ringmaster of the circus who can hold people's attention. And with the North Node in Pisces, they're also like the Wizard of Oz. Like there may not be anything behind the curtain, but they've got your attention and they're putting on a show which people are happy to come watch. Yeah, so that's kind of the energy today. And Mars is retrograde. Yeah. But it's kind of wild. So I think the most important thing we can each do is ground ourselves. And I'm having a free webinar about the nodal shift it happened on the 11th. So was that last Saturday? Yeah. The 11th, from the North Node move from Aries, the first degree of the zodiac, back into Pisces, 29 Pisces, the last degree of the zodiac. So this cardinal initiating fire energy, and we literally see astrology come to life, literally with our eyes. The fires in LA, boom, back into the mutable, adaptable Pisces. People affected are Piscean. Like there's this energy of kind of being lost in confusion, at least temporarily, and homelessness is a Pisces topic. Prisons, people who are in places they'd rather not be, is a Pisces topic. There have been a lot of posts about in LA, they use prisoners as firefighters, but they only get paid like $10 a day. And they can't, once they're released after they serve their time, they can't like join a fire department necessarily because of their record. So that's been something I've seen a lot of stuff on Instagram about these firefighters. We know, seeing all of those people, they were at a place, I don't know if it was a racetrack or something, where back in the World War II era, Japanese internment camps were located. And now this area is being used as a staging ground to help all of these people who have been evacuated. Almost 200,000 people have been evacuated from their homes and thousands of structures have burned. But these people have been evacuated in this mass holding area. And we are seeing people be so compassionate towards each other in a lot of ways, like with distribute. We like watching people distribute water. Pisces is a water sign. Clothes and everything. People who have lost their, like, just their basic supplies are Virgo, and the South Node has moved into the sign of Virgo. So people are going into their closets and finding all of the clothes and shoes and stuff that they can donate, and emptying out their closets and helping the people in LA. This is one of the things we're seeing with our eyes, this astrology come to light, an increase in charitable giving and an emptying out of things that people can donate. And then there are people who just don't have that stuff anymore because it's been lost in the fire. Mars retrograde in Cancer. Cancer rules the home, and there's so much land damage we're seeing with the South Node in Virgo. And notice all the stories you're seeing about where things are coming to light about Virgo topics. I mean, we've moved from the axis of relationships. Hopefully they'll get this ceasefire complete. I mean, there's energy to do so. On Sunday, Mercury in Capricorn is sextile Venus in Pisces. That could be an announcement of peace. We'll see. There's so much back and forth going on, maybe even sooner. We shall see what happens. But Venus and Pisces meet Saturn on Friday. And so once it gets past Saturn, that thing that's delaying peace, whatever it is, those last minute negotiations, hopefully we'll be seeing peace. North Node in Pisces, at least temporarily, a ceasefire. Mars retrograde. The war is delayed. It's retrograde's delay. And then we're going to be looking at the South Node in Virgo, even more what's been decimated over the last 15 months. So yeah, just notice what you're seeing with your eyes. And this energy is tough. Today, the sun is opposite Mars retrograde. So what is coming to your conscious attention about Mars retrograde in Cancer? These are the most primal fears. Mars, about like danger. Mars is danger. And Cancer is the rules the stomach, and it's like our basic security. It feels like, notice if some of your fears about, and it's internal. The retrogrades are internal. Some of your fears about safety and security maybe really bubbling this month. So just be aware because of what we're seeing, going on in LA. There's also like these hearings. We may have a new drunken defense secretary. I don't even want to think about all that. This defense secretary guy is like unbelievable. A TV show host. North Node in Pisces. He looks good on TV. But is not qualified. South Node in Virgo doesn't have the basics of the skills and experiences is what we're seeing. So anyway, that is that. But yeah, it's really a good time to be aware. So I'm having this workshop on February 9th. It's free. It's going to be on Zoom. It's good to come live if you can. Because then I do hot take chart readings for people. But if you can't make it live, you'll get the recording. Yes. And I have a bunch of other stuff coming up. Like I'm doing a world points for people who are interested in mundane astrology. I need to develop a mundane astrology course. Well, I'm teaching astrology foundations again. I think I said it's going to start February 27th. I have the date picked and everything, but it's going to be teaching people from the ground up astrology to help you understand yourself, as well as like the cycles that we're going through. It can be so helpful to understand the timing of things that are going on and how these different transits impact you, because it can help keep us grounded and help us understand like what's going on. And yeah, I'm so glad Mercury's out of Sagittarius, because that was not grounding. Mercury is now in Capricorn, and I feel like I'm kind of coming back to reality, even though I'm keeping my last little thimble of hope alive. Okay. Because I can. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so you can go look at my events on my page. My transits class for Kepler is also there. And I'm doing a workshop in Sacramento for anyone who's local. Lunar is about lunar planning, because using these moon cycles to plan is so helpful. And you can think about, like I said, like trying to come out of the gate fast in 2025 was going to leave people, having to delay or push things back. And we can think about Beyonce was supposed to make her announcement about her concert tour. We assume that's what the announcement was about on Monday, I believe it was scheduled for. But her Cowboy Carter, but it's been delayed. Mars retrograde. Retrograde's delay. Mars, how she's taking this action for this tour. Because of the fires in LA. It's just not a good time to be, like, people aren't going to be, she's delayed the announcement. So we'll see when she makes the announcements. I'm wondering if it's next Friday. We'll see. But that's like, she was planning to come charging out of the gate with this tour announcement, but circumstances outside of your control. We've got, at the new moon, Mars retrograde in Leo was opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So we know Mars retrograde in Leo, that fire, which was seated with the we can go into all that, let's not. That fire opposite Pluto in Aquarius that has a massive catastrophe impacting lots of people was seated at this new moon, the timing of it. But there's things going all over the world related to this in different ways. Like the president of South Korea, the former president, was arrested for declaring martial law yesterday or today as the sun was opposite Mars. And just think about whatever story is in your country or wherever that is related to lots of people. And we're seeing like the Dominique Pellicoat stuff. That's like, she's this brave person who was like brought to the conscious attention, this Pluto in Aquarius. This is bringing up the shadows of groups of people who are willing to engage in shocking behavior. This is a woman in France whose husband was arranging for her to be abused. We've seen stuff like, so we're seeing like hard stuff, but if we stay grounded, that helps us know when to turn it off. And once we get past some of this hard stuff, it'll be better. But this month is, we'll see what happens when the sun meets Pluto. It's just, but I was just getting all philosophical. It's like tick-tock. TikTok ends on Sunday, at least temporarily, because that's the 19th so what is coming with the sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, where there's going to be a spotlight on something, and this is happening on the 21st, something that's impacting lots of people, and maybe it's just an announcement from, the wizard about camps for people, about deportation and such. We'll see. Let's not talk about it. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Venus Witch Oracle, which I love. It's like positive. It's got this Leonic energy of like creativity. And okay, the world's going through big changes, but in our own lives, we can still make power moves. Now, they may be a little delayed and have some twists and turns with the retrograde and stuff, but we can plant the seeds, take the actions, and bring things to life. Yes, we can. And we keep hope alive, and we're letting our faith be bigger than our fear, greater than our fear. Yes. Hey, Casey. Oh, Martina, you grew up in LA. It's such a beautiful, like, seeing LA on fire. It's like the image people have of the United States is like this glamorous place where the culture center of our country in a lot of ways. I mean, New York too, but we think of LA with the movie business, this image, this North Node in Pisces image, and the South Node in Virgo. Like, we're going to be seeing things that bring other things to light, I think, in terms of that the fire is going to expose some stuff that we'll see. Let's not get into that. But anyway, but yeah, the United States image, like burning, and then TikTok. It's like all of this stuff is like, time's running out kind of like thing. And then what are we gonna see? There's all these fears about totalitarianism, but I'm not letting myself get caught up in that. Will the structures of our democracy hold in some ways? I mean, we've let for decades our government, people in power, this like government, Pluto in a Capricorn is what the United States has. The military government complex, and big business and government. We've let big businesses for decades, like the last 40, 50 years, just overtake, just have way too much power over our government. And we're paying for it to the point where now we have the world's richest man telling our government leaders what to do publicly without even out trying to hide it. It's like when you think about where we are now, it's really fascinating in terms of the timing. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Are there any more comments? Hey, Charlie's Angels. So nice to see you. Hi, Chrysula. Oh, they just signed it. They just signed what? Let me see. Yeah, victims, Pisces. Yeah, we're seeing an increase in people who are victims of all sorts of things, but, of these fires, of all sorts of things. Well, oh, you signed up. Okay, great. Everybody's signing up for sign up for the free webinar, because I think it's so important for each of us, especially to look at where the South Node is too in our charts, not just the North Node. It's just a 6-week ceasefire. It's a temporary, it's delaying the conflict. Oh, good. You're coming to Sacramento. Great. Oh, hey, Jess. Yes. Okay. Oh, mundane astrology is the astrology of world events. And so, world events. So knowing when there's going to be something of significance is something we can do by looking at the degrees when there are new moons or transits or what have you, and in people's charts. So that's what I'm doing, that workshop for Kepler. That's also free, the World Points workshop. But at my workshop, I'll do some hot take chart readings too for people in the audience. It can't be everybody, but I'll do some. Okay. I'm in California, Northern California, Beth. I'm in Oakland, so near San Francisco, but far away from the fires. But, this kind of stuff can happen anywhere. And this is, I think, this is what that within ourselves, the thought of losing your home, no matter who you are, whether you are a pauper or a prince or princess, and the thought of losing your home is very, very scary. And Mars retrograde in Cancer. We're seeing this such a big story. Everybody's thinking about, what that would be like in some way. Even if you're not aware of it in your conscious mind, it's in your subconscious. Because Sun in Capricorn, we're seeing the Sun is focused us in on structures. and material things. Capricorn is an earth sign. Yes, some people are feeling likely depressed, anxious. Venus is conjunct Saturn, and it's on Friday, so it's moving close. So that's almost like killjoy energy. It's like depressing joy in some ways. So yeah, I'm sure with Mars retrograde in Cancer, some people are they're really feeling hopeless or depressed and that sort of thing. Yeah. So what can you do when you're feeling depressed? Get up, go outside, put your feet in the grass, hug a tree. I hugged an actual tree outside last week because I was feeling so energetically, so just to ground, because there's so much. And we're seeing with the North Node in Pisces, all this massive disinformation from all over the place. No matter what you're talking about, there's somebody, it could be a bot out there like trying to push stuff that's just made up, like the government started these fires. No, it was, yeah, we've seen some like arsonists, but they're also, the CNN was showing like one of the original, it looks like this, it was an electrical fire. Mars retrograde in Leo, opposite Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is associated with like technology, there's something about electricity, energy, power. And there's this power station at the top of a hill that some hikers saw on fire and some people saw on fire. It looks like that may be the source of maybe even the Palisades fire. This electrical I don't know what you call those towers that caught on fire. Yeah, and 100-degree winds and all of this. It's just a perfect storm. This is the year of storms and strikes. So storms, like this was a firestorm. There'll be other water storms and whatnot. But we have to just keep grounded. Okay. Let's be more cheery now, because that's kind of, it's like Sun opposite Mars. This is not a cheerful energy today. It just isn't. Not every day can be a cheerful day. Yeah. Do your vision board for inspirations. Like, okay, all this stuff is happening, but what's my vision? Absolutely. Yeah, profit over people is horrible. Yeah, we've seen that so much. We're going to buy Canada. It's like, okay, you're trying to take our escape route out of this dystopian nightmare. No, you cannot buy, or we're not going to war with Canada. No, we're not. This was announced during Mars retrograde. It's likely never to happen. Yeah. Oh, good, D-Tuckle. You're not in the... Yes, yeah. Yeah, it was started naturally, the fire, Nadia is saying, yeah. Edison, yes, that's Edison, the electricity. Mars retrograde opposite Pluto in Aquarius. This power, electricity, that just powers the lights and everything for lots of people. Yeah, that's where it started. Yeah. And the winds are coming back. Yeah, it's really, Yeah, there's a lot of processing. Oh yeah, Canada has its own lunacy. Lisa says, I'm sure. Like, we have this idealization of Canada as being, because, I lived there for a year. I lived in Mississauga, and it was just, I loved it. I thought it was the people were so lovely and warm, and it was just, the language was the same, but the culture, there was all these differences in culture that was so interesting to see. And I remember, I don't know, I'm so silly, the cereal boxes were always in French and English. Like, there was French and English everywhere. And that, I don't know why. That's one of my biggest memories of living in Canada. I was only there a year when I was a kid. in high school. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we idealize, yeah, and Canada has its own problems, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Ah, okay, you're near Mississauga. Yeah, I love Toronto. What a great city. I love Canada. There's so many, I've been to so many cities up there, and I've always had a wonderful time. Okay, but it's cold in the winter. Okay, let's do this with these cards. Okay, so for Aries, you're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading to help you navigate the energies of this week. So for Aries, I pulled the nature card, and I think this is so important for Aries because and what does it mean to you? Just look at it and see what it means to you as well. But what it means to me is Mars rules the sign of Aries. It's retrograde in Cancer. Cancer squares Aries. So Aries, people with Aries energy may be really feeling unsettled internally in some ways. And one of the ways to get grounded is to get out in nature. Hug a tree, get in water, take a bath. Yeah, I took a bath last week because just as a way to cleanse and yeah, let go of some of this intensity. Yeah, for Taurus. Alrighty, Taurus. I'm a Taurus superstar. Yes, 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 Taurus. Can you think about, Venus is moving towards Saturn, and you may be getting clarity about something. Now, superstar can be thinking about, what are you going to commit to in order to shine your light in some ways? I want Taurus to think about. Venus is exalted right now in Pisces. You're the planet that rules your sun, moon, or rising, depending, is exalted. And once it gets past Saturn, there's energy for you to shine. Just tread carefully, and because we're going to have the retrograde, Venus is going to go retrograde. So remember, this year starts slowly. So yes, you're a superstar, but we're going to walk the red carpet methodically, not try to charge down it, and because otherwise, we could shine brightly and then and flame out. So yeah, but let me read what it says about superstar because that's so good. I love that for Taurus. Yeah, there is a star in the sky shining for each and every one of us. Among all the stars, there is one superstar shining more brightly than the rest, and it's yours, Taurus. This card indicates that you were born under a lucky star, and it's guiding you and protecting you. It is responding to the situation with a loud yes. Whatever your question, your star tells you that this is the way to go. You're invited to move ahead with all your personal flamboyance. You are a superstar. So remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces right now. It's a great time to let yourself shine. And with the South Node in Virgo, I feel like helping others, and with the North Node in Pisces, and being helpful and charitable and kind is the way to let your star shine the brightest it can. Hello, Jay Mills. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Okay. So that's Taurus. Gemini, celebration. Jupiter is in your sign, and yesterday Venus and Jupiter were in a square. So I want you to think about Gemini. Venus in Pisces yesterday was square Jupiter in Gemini. Did you have any nice conversations? Did you read something that you learned something new? Did someone do a kindness for you? Even if it was just holding a door open while you were a few steps behind, or just any kind of human kindness. Gemini is an air sign. Air signs are humane. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And air connects and communicates. So yeah, I want you to think about that. And and you can think about thanking someone for the work they did for you, because Venus meets Saturn on Friday. That can be a way to, like, Venus can give blessings, it unites, Saturn works, it's commitment. You can think about that. What can you celebrate about a relationship with someone or something that helped you learn and grow? Jupiter expands. Jupiter and Gemini, expanding your mind, your circle, something. Yeah, these cards are so beautiful. I love the artwork. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Cancer, evolution. Look at this butterfly. So Cancer, how are you going to butterfly this year? Right now, Mars is retrograde, digging stuff up. Like this full moon, I'm a Cancer rising, so this full moon is across my ascendant and descendant. Me versus the one-on-one relationships I have with other people. So much has been coming up over the last week or so, the last couple of days. And what have I learned through difficulties as well as positive things? This is very plutonic. And with Mars retrograde, wherever you have Cancer in your chart, that's where it's almost like, it feels like a roto-rooter bringing stuff up to our attention. And Mars is about how we take action. There also can be family stories coming up, or how we were raised, or how we parent our own kids, or how we take care of ourselves. I think of, Cancer energy is like self-care as well. So how have you evolved? What are you learning through this difficult transit that's not so easy? What are there some fears? Like, be aware when you're like, your most primal fears kind of bubble up, and just have awareness of, that's why I'm so, and why does that scare me? What does that have to do with, what experiences in my life made this certain thing something that's triggering for me? And yeah, learning and growing with this Mars retrograde can be something you consider and think about. Generational curses. Witnessing generational curses and choosing how to act. That's, wow, beholden. That is really deep wisdom. Absolutely. 100. Yeah, 1,000. Oh, perfectionism. Yes, that's South Node in Virgo. OV just made your story all about a butterfly. I love that. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. See you there. Okay. Let's see. Who is next? That is Leo is next. The moon is in your sign. Leo, mirror. Wow. Well, Mars retrograde began in the sign of Leo. And all of us, yeah, I don't know. When Mars was retrograde in Leo, I mean, it moved out on the 4th, but it'll be back. And what was uncovered to you about any kind of, about how you see yourself, how you take action? Like with this mirror card, I'm getting like any kind of like narcissistic energies within ourselves. We all have it to some degree. What came up, and how did you, and maybe the mirror you're seeing is like, you're really proud of how you let yourself shine, and shine in your light. Or how do you hold yourself back from shining your light because you're told that, like that tall poppy syndrome they have in Australia, like if everybody's supposed to be the same height, and if someone gets bigger or taller, like if Alice is 10 feet tall, I keep hearing that song, like White Rabbit keeps coming to me. When Alice was 10 feet tall, then they get kind of like cut down to size. That's what a cultural thing in Australia. But let me see, does it say anything else? I got to pay attention to the time. Oh, Okay, mirror. This says you refuse to see what is really going on. This can be about shunning responsibility for your actions and blaming others. So this is a call, Leo, to do some real self-examination. Often what we reproach others for is actually something we don't like about ourselves. And if the universe is holding up that mirror for us, it means it's time to change. And it's only by looking at yourself honestly and facing yourself that you will evolve. So yeah, this is perfect for the Leo, the moon, shining a light. Just to bring to our conscious attention, not to beat ourselves up. Virgo, duality. Well, the nodes are in Virgo and Pisces. So for Virgos, the work begins. It's like, what is being dug up in your Virgo house that's coming to your conscious attention in order for you to be aware of the light and the shadows of this energy. And it's being a call for Virgos to maybe, it can be uncomfortable to Pisces. Yeah, but you're being pushed to let go of perfectionism, overworking, the constant, trying to constantly organize things the way you want them to have some control. But there's no choice. We have to surrender in some ways, all of us, even if we don't. Last week I talked about trying to bend the universe to my will. It's not been successful yet. So, yeah, it's kind of not, okay. Okay. Yes, sometimes the low road of narcissist can be a shadow Leo trait. There's shadows for every single sign of the zodiac, and there's light for every single sign of the zodiac. Oh, thank you. Yes, I got a manicure the other day. Thank you. Caldwell said it's very demure, very mindful. Yes, I should do my nails more. I used to have my nails done all the time, but I let that go years ago. But I love it when they do look nice. Okay. Let's see. Libra, home. Well, this is kind of like a little bit of a gut punch, because when the South Node was in Libra, it just left on Saturday. We were watching beautiful LA, like homes being lost. But this is just a reminder to home. We gotta find home within ourselves, regardless of what is going on in outside circumstances. How can we stay grounded despite anything that's going on? And for Libras, you've done this work over the last 18 months with the South Node in your sign. What did you learn? What did you let go of? What are you proud about how you dealt with their challenges, whether it was an illness or a relationship? Like almost everybody I know had relationships that had ruptures with the South Node being in Libra, because the nodes are about karmically what we're all experiencing, watching, witnessing on some level. Yeah. How can you find a new home within yourself in an uncertain times? Yeah. Let's see. Scorpio. Your guides. Scorpio. Just a reminder to always, you have Scorpio, like you're a water sign. Water's intuitive. Like, what are your guides? What comes to your mind right now when you look at this card? I think there's a message from your guides for you. What are they telling you? How can you grow? And Mars retrograde is easier for Scorpios maybe than it is for Aries, because Cancer now is in a trine although it started in Leo, which was a square. So yeah, it's for either, whether you're an Aries or a Scorpio, this transit probably is bringing up a lot within you about how you take action, about your fears, about anger, irritation, whatever it is. It's a martial, it's your chart ruler, it's retrograde. So it's great for journaling, a great time. And what do you guys want you to know? Oh my goodness, Jess, you had an eviction and a breakup. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah. Me, I wasn't in finance. I was in sales, marketing, and business development. Yeah. When I was in corporate. Wow. Jess, yeah. Home, an eviction, and a breakup. Wow. Okay. Better self-care. Oh, good. Yes. That's me too. It's like, I've got to get more downtime. Okay. Sagittarius. Fire. Look at that. Oh, I love this. Sagittarius. It's about, let's see, what's going on with Sagittarius? Well, Jupiter is opposite your Sag placement. Saturn is squaring them. Let's see. Let me just read this one. A fierce fire is burning inside you, a fire of life, excitement, passion, and love. It burns with all that you are and all that makes you feel alive. But a fire like yours cannot be fed by emotions like fear, anger, and jealousy, because if unchecked, it could wreak havoc. Use it wisely. Keep dancing with it without letting it consume you. So this is just a reminder to consider how you're using that Sagittarius fire. And are you using it in a healthy way, or is it popping out, boom, 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 in ways that are not productive? So just a reminder to just do a check-in with yourself, Sagittarius. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Scorpions taking on everything and helping everyone. So this is a message to let others help you, maybe for some Scorpions. You don't have to have all the control yourself. Like Virgo, Scorpio, and Taurus can be a little bit, there's energy of control. Capricorn too. Leo can be bossy. I mean, there's different forms of that energy throughout the different signs. Okay. Capricorn, learning. It's your season. What are you learning? What have you learned? This is a Capricorn season like no others, with the new moon and Capricorn was conjunct this really intense fixed star, Pisces, which is like this very like penetrating vision and focus, like what has come to your attention. And yeah, with Mars, that Mars opposite Pluto, and the full moon in Cancer conjunct Mars, it's like opposite yourself. So Capricorn and Cancer are opposite. So the sun shining on your Capricornian stuff, and the moon conjunct Mars at the full moon on Monday was opposite you. What came at you from other people? What have you learned about when like somebody comes at you with either if someone's melting down, or if they're angry or irritated or hostile, or like, yeah, how do you handle it? Do you match energy? Do you try to bring it down, or are you like, okay, you're ready, let's go? You know, how have you handled this Mars retrograde energy? What are you learning? Aquarius. Child. It's so interesting. Leo got mirror and Aquarius got child. So some stuff may be coming up from your childhood, Aquarius, with, with throughout this stuff, and about how someone wrote about bee pollen, or bee wrote about generational curses, like what generational stuff has come up within you that is related to your childhood, or if you have children, how you relate with your children. Have you become your parents? We all say we're never going to become our parents, and then we watch ourselves in some ways become our parents. So that may be something that comes up within you this week. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, the North Node is in your sign, amplifying the Pisces energy. Whether you're a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, your intuition is going to be sharper. That's something to really pay attention to. Yeah. Love. Oh my God, Pisces. Okay. Universal love. I think it's almost like a gift to have Saturn in your sign right now, because water needs a container, and that Pisces energy of empathy, feeling everything, you need some grounding. So let's use this Venus conjunct Saturn to ground ourselves, not get too swept away, but yeah, be the love we wish to see in the world, Pisces. I think this is and people may be showering love on you over the next 18 months at various times. That seems to come out of seemingly nowhere. Notice when groups help you, Pisces, because that's the North Node can be symbolic of groups gains. Yeah, and if you're involved in any kind of charity stuff. And I feel like this is like what you put out will come back tenfold, Pisces, to me, is what I got with this. Yeah. Your partner said, I love you, and you said, I love the ocean. Jess, that's too much. That is too much. Squirrel of mystery. That is a mystery. Odd nights. Odd night says it's been a doozy, and they're going to be a sage after all of this is gone. Yes. I graham crackers. Oh, I love that handle. Yes. Always learning to protect yourself better. No matching, KBJ. Yeah. So when they go like this, you go like this, because what was it? Who said that? George Orwell? No. It was somebody English. When you wrestle with a pig, the pig likes it, and you both get dirty. So, that's some wisdom. Okay, I have a client coming up, so I better go. But I will be back on Friday with Catherine Urban. We're going to have a cosmic conversation. I can't wait. And we're going to be talking about, the spring is, really intense. We're going to be talking about, the upcoming astrology to prepare and be ready for these changes. So take good care. Bye.